Today we are going to discuss a very important aspect of our daily routine, of the child's daily routine, that is his or her sleep pattern. I am Mayuri Ramdasi, Global Consultant Speech and Language Therapist with experience of over 23 years, treating children all over the globe for speech delay and other developmental concerns. I am a proud founder and creator of the renowned Arula for Autism approach, in which every parent is empowered to be their child's own best therapist from comfort of their home. Hari Om, Shri Ram, Ambadnya, Nath Samvid, Nath Samvid, Nath Samvid. A very warm regards to all the moms, super moms and super dads watching me at this point of time. Today we are going to discuss a very important aspect of our daily routine, of the child's daily routine, that is his or her sleep pattern. Arula's 18 developmental parameters focus on child's holistic development. One of the 18 parameters is the study of the sleep pattern of the child. If you want, or if a mother or a father wants their child to be energetic, relaxed, enthusiastic, and productive throughout the day, the very important aspect, the sleep, has to be worked upon very well. The child should follow a very good sleep pattern in order to begin his day with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. But unfortunately, when we study the autistic children's pattern of the sleep, we see most of the time it is disturbed or erratic. Now today I am going to discuss certain things. I am going to give you certain tips to improve the sleep pattern of your child. And it is not necessary that the child should have always the disturbed pattern, then only you will work on sleep. Even if the child is having suitable sleep pattern, good sleep pattern, then also if you work on these tips, his day will be more productive. Okay? So generally, the sleeping time in most of the homes is around 10 to 11 p.m. in the evening. So around 11 o'clock, generally the people go to sleep. When I want my child to sleep at 11 o'clock, the preparation for his good sleep routine should begin 3 hours prior to that. That means what? At around 8 p.m., child should be away from 3 things. 1. Lot of noise or noises around. 2. The screen time. The child should not be watching TV and the television or the mobile phones at around 8 p.m. onwards. And the 3rd thing, empty stomach. Child should not remain empty stomach before sleep. So for that, around 8 p.m., that is 3 hours before, child should be given full tummy meal. Full tummy meal, when I say the food patterns or the food, it keeps on changing day to day. But general absorption of rice or the full stomach meal is very important that the child should feel that relaxed phase before the sleep. Okay, so now at around 8 p.m. you see that he is having his meal, then he's away from the screen time, away from the screen, that is your mobile or television. After that, after the meal, definitely child is not going to sleep immediately. Musical enrichment helps a lot in developing good sleep pattern. The next point that I am going to discuss is about musical enrichment, or the musical input that we need to give to the child at that point of time. So before around 2 hours before the sleep, instrumental music should be introduced to the child in the background. Means what? I always say that Indian classical instrumental music is immensely good when it comes to establishing good sleep pattern in the child. So what are those instruments? The very basic instrument I am going to tell you. First instrument is tanpura. Second is mild tabla. Third is sitar. And fourth is flute. So these are the 4 instruments. Let me repeat. Tanpura, tabla, sitar and flute. These 4 instruments, the music is very important. So the access to this music is very easy. On YouTube, if you just type flute music, generally for 1 hour long videos, you get videos, means we want actually the audios of that. 1 hour long pieces you get. That should be played in the background in barely audible sound. It should not be too loud, should not be very soft also, but a barely audible sound has to be there in the background. So see one thing, after the meal, child is not going to sleep immediately. Now the next step comes at around 1 hour prior to the actual sleep. Here I always say that mothers, see what happens, we are very busy at home. After the dinner, you have lot of work, patching up the things, sorting things, maybe making preparations for the next day, everything. But whatever is there, time management is immensely important. If I want my child to sleep at 11, I should be free. I mean, the mother should be free from all her work at around 10 p.m. That is 1 hour prior to that. And that 1 hour concretely has to be used, has to be spent with the child in the bed. Okay. So at around 10 p.m., the mother is free from her work. She has prepared everything for the next day. And now she will take the child to the bedroom. And then the actual things begin. The actual preparation begins there. The very first thing the mother has to do is a lot of cuddling should be done when she is there in the bed with the child. A lot of cuddling, kissing, talking about the entire day, the child's achievements, then the problems that the child faced throughout the day, the activities that he conquered, then how the techniques were used and how my child is doing so well. See, the boosting confidence or the boosting enthusiasm or that fulfillment of the day has to reflect in your voice when you are talking to your child in the night. So after this, when you are talking, let it be. Then massage, the head massage and the toe massage with oil. Whichever oil you feel suitable for your child's skin, you can select that. Generally coconut oil or sesame oil is selected. That is til ka tel and nariyal ka tel. So that is also very good for the child, massage for the child. So head massage little bit you will be giving, and during that massage you are going to talk to the child. Then toe massage is very important. The toe massage also soothes the child, relaxes the child a lot. And then talking about the time comes where talking about bedtime stories come. We start telling the child about some stories and everything. So here I want to tell you one thing. Most of the time mothers forget this, and then the sleep gets disturbed. See, one thing you need to realize that at around 8 p.m. child had his meal, and we know that how much children eat. They never eat full tummy, or something always gets left behind. So what I mean, after 3 hours, that is at around 11 o'clock, if your child is sleeping, that time you should not make him sleep again without feeding him anything. Feed something just before the sleep, just before that he's very relaxed and lethargic and getting into the sleep. Feed something at that point of time. It may be milk, it may be some oats or something. Serotonin boost has to be there before the sleep. Because what happens when the child takes his meal at around 8 p.m., after 4 to 5 hours, he feels empty. Okay, the stomach feels empty. And then the child gets up in the middle of the night, that is around 2 p.m., 1 p.m., and then it disturbs the entire family. It disturbs the sleep of the mother also. So before, maybe little rice, little milk with curd and rice or something little bit. Okay, that has to be given to the child so that another 6-7 hours he will be full tummy and he will follow his routine properly. Okay, the sleep routine properly. So this is the way it all goes about. I know that it may seem to you little, you can say, difficult in the beginning, but time management is immensely important, and child's good sleep is the family. It transforms into the family's good sleep, and if entire family is having good sleep throughout the night, their enthusiasm, their productivity, creativity, everything is very well the next day. So I think it was all about developing good sleep pattern in your child. Start working on it, and I'm sure that though it seems little difficult, but within a week you will come on track and will follow this routine successfully. Hari Om, Shri Ram, Ambadnya, Nath Samvid, Nath Samvid, Nath Samvid.